up, gentlemen? So apparently I must be going a little grooming crazy these days. Being locked up inside for like a year has actually forced me to figure some really cool things out. Today, what I thought we'd do is go over 7 amazingly weird grooming hacks that are actually pretty awesome. If you're ready, gentlemen, drop me one of these to be like, yo, that sounds good. All right, so I'm assuming if you're anything like me, you are a well-groomed gentleman. In terms of grooming, right, using a mirror like this is impossible. You're too far away to actually see what you're doing. Instead, what a lot of people do is grab some type of handheld mirror or a shaving mirror in order to do the grooming up close and personal. But the downside to this, depending on the room that you're in and the lighting, it is not ideal. The other downside to using something like this is the fact that you've got to hold it with one hand. Instead, what I would recommend is go to Amazon and grab this mirror right here. This mirror is a fogless mirror and it's designed to actually go in the shower, but that's not how you're using it. Instead, what I'd recommend is get your mirror. Then what I want you to do is actually grab an old shoelace and tie a little knot, right? You're making a little loop, and then all you're doing is threading it through right there and like that. And then you're heading to a window. You're gonna take the shoelace and actually wrap it around the latch where the window locks. This may look weird, but it is absolutely genius. And when you try, you're gonna be like, damn, how have I groomed my whole life and not actually use the little shaving mirror attached to the window? Gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is the perfect place to get plucking. It's also a perfect place to groom your facial hair. Right now, the downside to this, if you aren't like paying attention, you are gonna look down and you're gonna have a windowsill full of your facial stubble. And so prior to actually grooming here, what I'd recommend is lay some type of towel or paper towel down on the sill so your girl or your guy, whatever you're into, doesn't divorce you. If you guys wanna give this a try, guys, I'm gonna link to this specific mirror down below on Amazon. The second slightly weird grooming hack is all about getting rid of dandruff and flakes. How are you gonna do it? Use coal tar. Let me explain. The active ingredient coal tar is the only thing that I've ever found that absolutely stopped and like cured my dandruff. We have 1.8% coal tar in control, which is like twice as much as other dandruff shampoos on the market. Also, if you've got like chin flakes or beard flakes, it's also a good idea to kind of just like rub it in there while you're showering and shampooing. And while you're doing it, make sure to scratch and scrub your beard to make sure that all those dead skin cells come off. Something else you can do, if you are somebody that is looking to up your shampoo game, whether or not you have dandruff or not, is grab one of these. It is a shampoo brush. Not only does it feel incredibly amazing, it also does an incredible job getting down and actually like scrubbing your scalp, removing the dead skin and also all that like buildup. It also helps stimulate hair growth. Plus, it just feels freaking incredible. Guys, I'll link to the shampoo brush down below as well. But the bottom line, if you are somebody that suffers from dandruff, you have got to use coal tar. Third grooming hack is something that each and every one of you with hair, if you're bald, this isn't gonna help you, but it's something that you can do that is quick, that is easy, and you can actually make it at home, which I'm gonna show you. It is all about a sea salt spray, right? We talk a lot about having more volume, adding texture and dimension to your hair. The quickest and easiest way to do that, guys, is just a few squirts of sea salt spray in your hair prior to styling. But if you don't wanna buy it, you can always make it, and this is how. What you're going to need is 1 cup of warm water. You're going to need some sea salt. You're also going to need some type of oil. The one downside to using a sea salt spray is that it can be drying. And so you want to make sure that you're also giving something in the spray that's going to hydrate your hair as well. You're also going to be needing some type of empty spray bottle. Add 1 tablespoon of sea salt into the warm water. Drops of argan oil, and then mix it up until it's dissolved. Fill up your spray bottle and give it a little shake. And that's it, DIY sea salt spray. If you don't want to make it, guys, the Pete and Pedro sea salt spray is incredible. The reviews are ridiculous. I'll link to this down below along with that discount code. Before I move on to the next hack, I'm actually going to style my hair. It's been a minute, and a lot of you guys are asking me, yo, Alpha, how are you doing your hair these days? All right, after I apply the sea salt spray, I will take a little bit of the Pete and Pedro Putty, all right? The Putty is a high hold, low shine product. I don't use all that much, right? A little bit of that in my hands. The hands must be dry, and then you are going to emulsify. Emulsification is a process that a lot of guys miss, right? When you do this, when you rub it together and heat up the hair product, you're actually activating it. Once it's heated and emulsified, then you are going to run it all the way through your hair. Then I comb it into place, then I dry. While I'm drying, I'm also kind of like lifting it up to make sure that I'm getting down in there to help add a little bit of volume. But check it out, right? Look at all that volume. It is not hard, it's not crunchy. When I'm finished drying it, then I'll take just a little dab of the putty, right? Little more, and this is just to kind of like lock my hair into place. Emulsify it and then apply. I also like to come in here and do a little bit of PC separation and just kind of like twist some hairs together to add that PC separation number 4. Small dab of Vaseline and put it on my neck. Why? Pulse point perfection! By simply adding a little dab of Vaseline to your pulse points, whether or not it is the neck or it's the wrist or wherever, and then applying your fragrance on top of it, a few things are gonna happen. Number one, that fragrance is going to project better. It's also gonna last longer because the Vaseline actually prevents the fragrance from soaking into your skin and losing potency. And guys, if you're looking for a new incredible fragrance that's going to smell amazing and get a ton of compliments, you gotta hit that link down below and go check out the new EDP fragrances by Pete and Pedro. We have 3. The first one we came out with is Rebel. This one was inspired by Creed Aventus, all right? It's not an identical clone, but if you like Creed, you're gonna love this because this costs $350 and this costs under $50. For those of you who love a fresh, clean fragrance like Aqua de Jo, you guys have got to check out Hero. The newest addition to the family is King. The inspiration for King is actually another Creed fragrance called Green Irish Tweed. This one is a little earthy, a little mossy, but sexy as hell. All 3 of these amazing fragrances, guys, under $50, but if you buy them as a set, you actually are going to save a ton of cash, and with that discount code down below, it also gets even more affordable. But if you're like, yo, I'm not quite ready, we also sell deluxe samples of all 3 fragrances. Guys, I'm going to link to these as well down below. Another alpha grooming hack that I've been using for years, guys, is a dab of Vaseline on my lips prior to going to bed, all right? The Vaseline does an amazing job conditioning your lips, and honestly, if you start doing that, you will never, ever, 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 ever have cracked lips again. But if you want to make sure those lips are even more kissably soft, you gotta move on to the 5th tip, which is brush your lips. Just a little brushing, right? Just a little exfoliation post brushing your teeth is amazing, and how it's actually gonna help your lips be softer. Now, you don't need to brush your lips like every day, twice a day, every time you brush your teeth. What I recommend is once, twice, possibly 3 times a week. Just give them a little bit of love, right? To ensure that your lips are always kissably soft. Little Vaseline action prior to going to bed, right there. Oh my God, your spicy senorita is gonna be like, damn, Brian, I want those lips all over my body. But you're like, yo, why am I using Vaseline when I could use lip balm? And the reason is because you could use lip balm for number 6. Damn! Razor nicks or cuts. They suck, but they happen from time to time. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna A, use a styptic pencil, which you actually technically should be using? These things you can find in most drugstores in the shaving department, right? It's a little thing that looks a little bit like a piece of chalk. You cut yourself, you hold it in there, and it will stop the bleeding. But in a pinch, if you don't have this, you could also use a little lip balm. You don't wanna rub the lip balm like on your neck. Instead, what I'd recommend, take a little bit on your finger, because that would be pretty nasty to rub it on your bloody neck, and then, yeah, exactly. And your girl's like, can I use your chapstick? You're like, yeah. She's like, why is there blood on it? Anyway, a little bit on your finger, and then just place it over the neck. Since we're talking about shaving, we might as well talk a little bit about the final hack, which is a little weird, but it works incredibly well, which is using conditioner as your shave cream. Conditioner is an amazing shave cream, not only for your face, but also like any manscaping that you do. It also leaves your skin like so crazy, like soft and supple and hydrated. That's one of the upsides, because conditioner, its whole job is to go in and help your hair be soft and supple and sexy, right? When you use it on your skin, it also does what it does, but kind of to your face. Conditioners have all sorts of like botanicals and things that are like really nourishing for your hair to make it hydrated and soft. So it kind of makes sense that it also will leave your skin like super supple and soft as well. This stuff is amazing, and if you are somebody that suffers from razor burn or bumps or ingrown hairs, I would definitely check out using a conditioner on your face when you shave. Gentlemen, that is it. If you want to check out anything I talked about, hit that link in the bottom. And if you dug this little weird ass grooming hack video, gentlemen, drop me one of these to be like, yo, Alpha, I dig it.